Hey everyone, Steve and Dave here from Not Just Travel, and we thought we'd jump on and do a video update to give you the latest news and views from the travel industry. So welcome, Dave.
Hi Steve, how are you today?
Brilliant, thank you. And not least because there are some, not even green shoots now in travel, are there? The travel industry seems to have come to life, and every single day within our business, we are seeing more and more people booking holidays, and it's a great sign, isn't it?
Yeah, really good, especially the last 2 weeks. If we look back over a few weeks ago, there wasn't an awful lot of activity, but definitely in the last 2 weeks, we've seen a real increase in demand, in questions and actual bookings for new holidays, Steve, yeah.
And consumer confidence, people booking holidays seems to really come back with a vengeance. In the travel industry, we talk about sort of the peak time of the year for people booking, normally January into February as people getting ready for their summer holidays. But obviously last few months, there's been uncertainty. What do you do? Do you book a holiday? Do you go on holiday? Now people seem to have decided, yep, it's time to get away. Lockdown is ending and I'm bored of being at home.
Yeah, I think there's a real pent-up demand, Steve. I'm sure you and me both have the same. It's a pent-up demand for travel. And I think also what the industry is doing is bringing a lot of what we call peace of mind sort of guarantees, where there's more flexible sort of booking conditions. So people can book and pay later, they can change free of charge, and they can pay over longer periods, low deposits. So the combination of that and the desire to travel is positive movements going on out there, yeah.
So we're going to talk about some of the destinations which are really popular at the moment. We're seeing lots of bookings for. We're going to talk about the types of holidays which are sort of very, very popular at the moment as well. We'll touch on some of the SEO advice and air bridges, the corridors being created. So we'll be talking about those. But let's just touch on what you're saying there about these sort of peace of mind guarantees. It Not Just Travel, we recently launched ours, and we're probably one of the few companies out there promoting this at the moment, and this is our book and relax guarantee. So what does that mean for people thinking about booking a holiday right now?
Yeah, what we've done then with the Book and Relax initiative, we've sort of brought together a collective of suppliers that have different flexible booking conditions. And this could be something like where you can book and pay in full like a month before instead of 3 months. If you want to change or move your holiday, you can do that free of charge. And even with some companies, you get a new booking incentive. So if you book a holiday, then you may get another 10% value on top. So it brings real peace of mind into the market, Steve.
And I guess that's one of the great things about booking through a travel consultant. Lots of different ways you can book a holiday. You can go to the high street, you can book online. But I guess a little bit of uncertainty about going to the high street right now. Booking online, not quite sure what you're booking. You don't get to talk to anyone. Whereas we've seen this huge surge in interest of booking through your personal travel consultant. So you can talk to someone, you can get that advice, and you get, with someone like Not Just Travel, for example, we work with so many different suppliers. We're not just sort of tied to one or two suppliers and limited range. We can compare the entire market and find what's best for whoever's looking to book a holiday.
Yeah, absolutely. And the most important thing here, Steve, is having someone to talk to and get advice. And this has been going on right through the last sort of 12 weeks, helping people if their holiday's been postponed, to help them rebook it, to give them advice on what's happening. And now, working with new customers, giving them confidence and that peace of mind to book. And we can tell our customers, where people are traveling, what other people are doing. And they're not 9 to 5. They're there when our customers have needed us. And that's over 7 days, pretty much 24 hours a day. So I think, we've been talking to our customers, even customers that are traveling right up to the end of the year that maybe haven't been affected yet. But staying in touch has been the most important thing we've done, Steve, over this period.
And I mean, we're slightly biased, but I genuinely think that booking through a travel consultant will become the new norm now, because you do want that peace of mind guarantee, that advice, that consultation before you book a holiday. And let's face it, it doesn't cost any more than booking online or booking in the high street. You just get that extra service.
And I think you're right. I think peace of mind, flexibility will become more important than saving a few quid as well. I think that's what I'm seeing is people want that flexibility and they're prepared to pay for it.
So we're obviously seeing people coming back in their droves, keen to get away. In the news, we're seeing all the airports opening up again. We were talking before we came online today. Our offices are based right by Bournemouth Airport. It's been a parking lot for airplanes from BA over the last few months. They're starting to take off. They're starting to get repositioned around the world. Great signs. So from what you're seeing in the business, Dave, what are people starting to book? Where are people looking to go? What seems to be the top favorite destinations?
Yeah, it's a bit of a mix, Steve, actually, depending on the time of year. Most popular, I'd say the Balearics, Europe, really popular, Mallorca, Cyprus, Turkey, Portugal, and Greece. But also more sort of long haul. I'm seeing a huge demand for Florida villas, especially for sort of Easter and summer. So a lot of demand, and some of our suppliers have actually got to go and find more properties. But not just Orlando villas. We're seeing people looking for that type of property, places where you wouldn't normally think, so Bali or Thailand. So that's where people are going, and also a big surge in demand for UK holiday as well. And that's for running from sort of summer this year right the way through over the next 12 months. And it's a mix really, cottages, but also what we're seeing is a real increase in what we call multi-generational travel. I think people have missed people over the last 12 weeks and they want to meet up and they want to go away with them. So we're seeing grandparents, children, grandchildren, both in the UK and overseas, and big sort of 5, 6, 7 bedroom properties over Christmas, over New Year. And I think that's a big area where people just want to get together, you know.
So you're saying mixture of destinations people wanted to go to, firm favourites in there obviously, but types of holidays. You mentioned villas there, Florida villas. Is villas a sort of holiday we're seeing more interested in?
Without doubt, and I think some suppliers have seen the demand go up by about 200 or 300%. One of the reasons, I guess, the obvious reasons, you've got space. You've got the whole villa to yourself, or with an immediate family. If you've got 3 or 4 bedrooms, you've got your own swimming pool, you've got your own kitchen, and you can choose to sort of mix between staying around the villa, going to the beach, and going out to restaurants as well. But I think that's one of the reasons, I think, is because you've got your own space and you can social distance within your own villa. And then also you can pick a car up at the airport as well. So you haven't got to get a coach transfer. So when you have a villa, you normally have a rental car as well. So that's what I've seen, and a real mix of destinations for villas too. Some that you wouldn't normally expect.
So I'm guessing that applies to the UK as well. We see a lot of holiday park type holidays being sold in the UK, your caravans, your lodges, the lodges with the hot tubs, massively popular at the moment.
Yeah, me included, Stephen. I'm a massive fan of the UK break, as you know, and we've got a family trip booked for sort of late August, and whether it's a holiday park or a cottage, again, they're pretty much self-contained. And they're normally spread out, and it gives you the freedom to explore or to sort of stay around your own property.
And I guess one of the challenges with this is that there's this huge surge in people booking that type of holiday for obvious reasons, but that comes with a problem. And this is not a sales pitch. This is a genuine problem that capacity is just going to sell out so quick because there is only one villa. It's not like a hotel with 100 rooms. There's one villa, there's one caravan.
You're absolutely right, Stephen. That's one of the important things, that there is only one of them. If you go to a hotel, you may have 200 or 300 rooms, but once you find the villa you want, because a villa will be specific to what you need based on who you have traveling. So again, the best advice I can give, and it does sound like a sales pitch, but it's true. It's like, if you find something you like at the price you like, and let's be honest, there are some great deals out there at the moment, I would book it. Book it now, because if you have a supplier where you have that flexibility built in, then it gives you peace of mind.
So there will be people who are thinking, well, I'd love to do it, and you're saying I need to book it because of demand, but what if for some reason the holidays it doesn't happen? Will it get cancelled? Will I get my refund? What will happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's much the same as been what's happening in the past. If we work with sort of suppliers where we know that there won't be any problems, hopefully. So if you book your holiday and subsequently it's cancelled because of FCO advice, then you will get a full refund. You're entitled to a full refund on that holiday.
Fantastic. So we've said that destination-wise, we're looking at your Balearics, the Thailands, Bali's, Florida, very popular. So all your firm favorites, plus a load more less trodden paths as well. So, maybe take a look at some unusual destinations, your Baltic states, for example. I'm a big fan of those because less tourists potentially going there, you might feel more comfortable.
One of my favorites, Steve, Montenegro, Slovenia, Croatia, really popular, yeah.
And then we're talking about villa holidays. We're talking about alternative types of holidays so that people feel more safe and secure. But across the board, we're seeing operators, hoteliers going to great lengths to ensure customers feel safe and secure when traveling, aren't we?
Yeah, I was just reading an article this morning actually about things that hotels are doing, and it includes things like swimming pools where they have lanes and one-way swimming, which happens now anyway, which is also quite good because you get a bit of space in the swimming pool. So swimming, taking away the buffets and focusing on a la carte dining, which again is better in my mind, and things like remote payments, so you won't pay at the desk, you'll pay remotely, and encouraging people to also eat outside where possible in a hotel as well. So all of these things I think are positive, and it's things we like to do anyway, to have a bit more space in hotels. So I don't think they're bad things, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, I love an all-inclusive holiday, but I also prefer the a la carte experience. So
yes,
you get the best of both worlds now, don't you? Okay. And we're seeing a lot of operators, for example, creating pledges or marks or sort of branding to sort of represent the fact that they're safe and secure and clean. And we're also seeing the concept of deep cleaning being used a lot. So they're going to great lengths to just really let you know how clean their hotels are.
Yeah, and absolutely. And when we're booking holidays for customers, we research those holidays, those hotels that have those measures in place. So again, it's building even more peace of mind with our customers.
So let's just touch on FCO advice now. Feels like a few months ago the advice was changed, and they were revising against or telling you not to travel, weren't they? So what are we seeing now?
Well, last week, I think it was the week before, they seemed that they've softened their advice. So the word indefinite has gone. So that was quite a powerful word, not to travel indefinitely. They're still advising against travel, but they've put a new sentence in there that they're reviewing this daily. So that shows to me that I can see the FCO advice sort of changing, but it shows that they are looking at it on a daily basis. So I think that's only good news,
Which I think links in the UK with the quarantine rules, doesn't it? And that hopefully coming to an end soon.
Yeah, the 14-day quarantine started on the 8th of June, which was Monday just gone. Now, the important thing there that I think people probably haven't picked up on is it's on a 3-week reviewable basis. So the first time this will be reviewed will be the 29th of June. And it's well documented in the press that a lot of government ministers, there's a lot of industry bodies that are keen to try and get this changed. And one way that they're doing that is by implementing what we call air bridges or sort of travel corridors. And that's linking countries that have a low R rate to minimize, obviously, any virus issues. So that's something that we've heard and we hope will be in place before the end of June. So a combination of good news there and the FCO advice could make July a very, very popular time for booking your holiday, Steve.
And I guess with a lot of people not being at school and at work, we are probably going to see a lot more travel as soon as everything's opened up. And travel is such an important industry for every country, isn't it, pretty much now? It represents a huge part of their GDPR. Their sort of economy is driven around tourism. So they've got to get it right. So we're not going to do anything that's going to put people in harm's way, one would assume, because
Yeah.
they need to make sure that tourism keeps coming in.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because what we don't want is for it to happen again in a few months' time and we go back to the beginning. But everyone I've spoken to from different suppliers, different countries, have got that at the forefront of their minds, Steve.
So just to recap then, we're seeing most people are sort of really keen to get holidays rebooked. Now, where they go may vary. We're seeing a huge surge in UK. We're seeing a lot of rebookings for later this year, 2021, because people are seeing these fantastic deals and want to get in soon, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely right. There's a great desire at the moment, and I think the operators are trying so hard to, and combining it with the safety issue as well. They're offering some great deals now, and if anyone's thinking of traveling, it's just keep an eye on those offers, keep an eye on the SEO advice or everything that's going on in the country. But also, if by the end of June, when at the end of June things get a bit easier, is to, if you've got that desire, then do it, because as we go through July, capacity will be an issue. And I would see a lot of people traveling, booking in July for short, like we'll call a short lead in. So traveling in August, September and October. So I think that it will open the floodgates for the early July, for what I call a late peak season.
Now, I guess talking about capacity there's already a huge amount of holidays already booked for the summer, isn't there? They were already booked prior to the COVID situation. Yeah. And now there's going to be this sudden demand for more, yet the capacity probably won't be there. So that book early concept is really not a sales pitch, it's a reality.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, that's where is for people to consider different destinations. So if the obvious ones don't have the capacity in the Balearics or the Canaries, then it is to look at the places like Montenegro, Croatia, those sort of areas where you will be able to find capacity. So it's just being a bit flexible about where you go. We'll find you something, but it's just maybe being a bit flexible on where.
Yeah. And talk to a travel consultant, because they can give you the advice. It's bang up to date right up until now. We're not here to twist your arm into booking a holiday. We're just there to give you the advice, tell you what's available and enable you to make an informed decision.
Yeah, and there's one thing I would say as well, is this: if you were considering going to Europe, then maybe consider going a little bit further afield, because you can fly to Southeast Asia or the Middle East, and from a cost point of view, it isn't usually a lot more.
And I know, just touching on that, places like, let's say, pick the Emirates, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Oman. There's a lot of video circulating on YouTube and social media at the moment about the quality of the aircraft and the air conditioning on those planes, for example, where the air is recirculated and filtered and is akin, I believe, to that of a hospital, in terms of quality of air filtration.
Yeah, absolutely right. I've seen a lot of that, some of those, like you say, the Middle Eastern airlines, and their attention to detail is second to none. And I think, there's so many other destinations out there. It's a big world we live in. You can go east, you can go west, you can go north or south. So there's a lot of new destinations, it depends, but talk to your consultant and they will find you something.
Brilliant. So thanks, Dave. I guess in summary, obviously some great ideas there. If you are looking for somewhere to go on holiday, but you're not quite sure where, then do check out our travel podcast. You can find it on our website. It's also linked from our social media, and check out all the episodes we've already talked about. We have talked about travel during or after COVID. We've given you some great ideas. I think we've got 15 episodes so far live that you can go check out, some amazing destinations, and have a listen, and then give us a rate on iTunes if you could.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Thanks, Dave. And we'll be back
Steve.
with more updates in the near future.